it's Matt. Thanks for tuning into Loud Lit. On this episode, I'm reviewing a book about easily the loudest band I've discussed on this show to date. Legendary heavy metal act, Slayer. By the way, if you're a fan of Slayer or metal in general, I want to let you know about my other podcast, The Noise Report. On this show, my co-hosts, guests, and I dive into classic metal albums and recommend hidden gems to add to your metal collection. On the latest episode, we talk about Slayer's 1988 album, South of Heaven. Plus, we recommend other bands that you should check out if you dig South of Heaven. Check out the link in the show notes or search for The Noise Report wherever you listen to podcasts. And don't forget to support this show by starting your online book buying at the Loud Lit Bookshop page. As always, there's a link to that in the show notes as well. Now, get those devil horns in the air and let's talk Slayer. The 57th entry in the 33 1/3 book series has entertainment reporter DX Ferris covering the creation, release, and legacy of one of heavy metal's most beloved and important albums, Slayer's Reign in Blood. Released in 1986, the third album from one of the big four of American thrash metal helped Slayer take their place as metal legends, and as scourge of parents trying to protect their children from the evils of Satan. In this book, yes, Ferris covers the controversies surrounding Reign in Blood, but for the most part, his focus remains on the music and the musicians who made this influential work. Early on, he devotes individual sections to each band member. Guitarists Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman, drummer Dave Lombardo, and singer-bassist Tom Araya. Each member of the band's classic lineup made essential contributions to Reign in Blood, which would in turn inspire countless headbangers in their own pursuits of musical aggression. Not only does Ferris give each musician his due, but he also devotes a decent amount of ink to behind-the-scenes players who each helped make this classic album. There was engineer Andy Wallace, who would go on to work with Nirvana, visual artist Larry Carroll, whose hellish paintings begat the album art most associated with Slayer. And of course, there's legendary producer Rick Rubin, at the time a hip-hop producer and Def Jam Recordings founder, then known for his work with LL Cool J and Run DMC. Having been blown away by a live Slayer performance, Rubin was inspired to take a chance and bring this loud, scary metal band to Def Jam. It was a wild move, but it was one that would prove to pay off big time. After letting us get to know each of these crucial figures, Ferris details the album's creation process, such as King and Hanneman's writing about dark subject matter, like cannibals, witches, and deadly viruses, or Araya's iconic scream that introduces Angel of Death. He also reports on the outside resistance the album faced, from Christians picketing their shows to Tipper Gore of the PMRC, the group behind the parental advisory stickers, calling out Slayer by name, to their own label not wanting to release it. Reign in Blood courted controversy that served only to make fans want the album even more. To a Slayer fan, this book would be interesting enough thanks to all the album history Ferris provides. However, the book's biggest strength is that Ferris illustrates the album's importance through the words of others. He provides pieces of his original interviews with the band, as well as with Rubin, Wallace, and Carroll. He also demonstrates Reign in Blood's enormous influence by interviewing contemporary musicians. Members of modern heavy hitters like Slipknot, Mastodon, Converge, and Every Time I Die offer their takes on what makes Slayer and Reign in Blood so important. Even non-metal artists like Tori Amos, who offered her unique spin on a Reign in Blood cover version, contribute words about why this short blast of thrash still resonates decades later. Like Reign in Blood itself, DX Ferris' 33 1/3 book packs a ton of substance into a short package. If you're a Slayer fan, you'll love the history lessons, the interviews, and the track-by-track breakdowns. If all you know of Slayer is that they're the loud band with a rabid and kind of unhinged fan base, this book probably won't get you into their music, but it might help you understand why, 40 years after Reign in Blood, so many metal fans still shout, "F***ing Slayer!" Thanks for listening to Loud Lit. If you like this episode and want to hear more, please subscribe and leave a 5-star rating and review. If you want your own copy of Reign in Blood or any other book, click the bookshop link in the show notes. When you do, you're supporting Loud Lit as well as independent booksellers. And again, if you want to hear more about Slayer and their follow-up to Rain and Blood, South of Heaven, search for The Noise Report in your podcast player. It's a really fun episode for metal fans. Until next time, keep reading, keep rocking.